Hi, welcome back to Reporting. I am really glad you're here, taking this time to slow down and to reflect on where you are now. Over the past episodes, we've been moving through a full cycle of growth. We've been noticing when something feels too small, understanding what it means to be root bound, loosening, being moved, taking root again, and continuing to grow through care, through our community, through change. And you would appreciate with me that in the garden, this is never a one time process. No matter how picturesque the garden, growth is never a one time process. Plants don't just grow once and remain the same. No, they continue. They outgrow, they are pruned, they are nourished again and again. And I think the same applies to us too. There isn't a moment where growth is complete. There isn't a final place that everything settles and stays that way. I'm not talking about an attitude of ingratitude, but through our content, there there are always areas, or there's always an area that growth can happen in our lives. I have noticed in my own life that when something begins to feel settled or understood, there is often a quiet shift, you know, a sense that something new is beginning. Not always clearly, but enough to recognize that I am being invited to grow again. Just when I think, oh, this is it, well done, then more light comes, and there's an area that is illuminated that I need to give attention to. And so the process starts again. And sometimes that familiar feeling returns, that sense that something is ready to change. And when it does not mean you have gone backwards. Not at all. It simply means that you are growing and that your senses have become more heightened because now you're able to see, you're able to notice where growth, where change, where reporting needs to happen. You are beginning to notice where the space is becoming confined. You begin to notice that light is shining down through an area that needs attention. So that simply means you are still growing. And this time, you may notice it differently because you are not coming to it with the same naivety, but you're coming to it with more experience, with more awareness, more patience, more understanding of what is happening beneath the surface. So, as you move forward, you might gently ask, what feels ready to begin again in a new way? What is asking for more space in my life? What is asking for deeper roots? What is asking for continued growth? This is not the end of the journey. You could go back to cycle one. You could go back to movement one, two, and three. as an area needs attending to. This is not the end of the journey. It is simply the beginning of another season. Resources are linked below in the description. Thank you for being here and for moving through this space with care. This is Reporting, and wherever you go from here, you are allowed to keep growing.